This is the Missouri Southern State University Coaches Show with head football coach Atiba Bradley and sports director Ryan Bunnell.
Welcome into another edition of the Missouri Southern Coaches Show. As always, I'm Ryan Bunnell, joined alongside Missouri Southern head football coach Atiba Bradley. And the Lions are coming off a big win at home, taking down the Nebraska Kearney Lopers for the Lions' first conference win of the season. Coach, I feel like my first question, a bit of an obvious one, but just overall, how are things feeling after the big result on Saturday?
A lot more happiness. You know what I mean? Like it always feels good to win, and to win against a good opponent. A conference opponent, it makes it feel even better.
We've talked a lot this season kind of about getting over that hump, the breakthrough, and you said a couple weeks ago that you feel like the breakthrough is coming.
Yeah.
Do you think this win over the Lopers was the breakthrough that you were looking for?
Yeah, time will tell, but I think so. I think throughout this process, what's kind of given us confidence and what's given me confidence in our team is that every game we're in it. Every game it's one play here, it's one block there, it's one tackle here. And that when you start to see yourself having success, that's really what just keeps fueling you to keep going and going. And so I knew eventually we would get over that hump.
Definitely. And in this win over the Lopers, a lot of big moments in this one. We'll get into some more specifics in a second, but I feel like what really stood out in this one, of course, after the weather delay, a little bit of an interesting start to this one, but the defense, they created chaos in this game, several fourth down stops, multiple turnovers, fumble, a little bit of everything for this defense. I mean, overall, what did you think about their ability to really impact and change the game in this one?
Yeah, they definitely had the blackout bingo card of defenses with the scoring on defense and multiple interceptions and the fourth down stops. And, honestly, again, it's just guys playing fast, guys believing in each other, guys starting to get an understanding of the scheme and their part of it. And I think that's the big part of the success is just they're furthering understanding what they're doing.
Definitely. And of those big fourth down stops, one of those came on the 1 yard line, just stuffing the Lopers, keeping them out of the end zone. Let's go ahead and hop into that one, pulling it up. Coach, take me through what exactly went down on this, because they set it up here with a nice play to get up around the 3 yard line. I imagine this was a huge momentum swing, just 3 straight plays, stuffing them at the goal line.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just a fourth down stop, but anytime you have an offense that drives the field, it's so demoralizing to come away with 0 points.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to drive the length of the field. It's hard to get and move yourself down here. And so for them to get this far down there and come away with no points was huge. And then, again, for our defense, this truly epitomizes bend but don't break. I mean, they couldn't bend anymore. I mean, it stopped. I think they marked it at the 2, but I mean, that is, they bowed their necks and found a way to get a stop.
It seemed like almost on all 3 of those plays, the Lopers had a little hole, but Southern just closed it up, swarmed them right at the right moment. There you are, just a few yards short, stuffing them. And speaking of some of those game-changing, momentum-swinging plays, another one right before that fourth down stop, actually. Let's go ahead and pull that one up. In the third quarter, the Lions looking to make it a 3-score game, but this throw to Trace Wilsite was ruled a fumble on the play. You threw that challenge flag, Coach, and it was successful in the moment. When do you really know? When is it the right time to throw a challenge flag, and how confident were you on that one?
Yeah, it's hard because sometimes our players, they feel like they have a perfect view, so they'll tell you their opinion of it. But what you really are weighing is, are the camera views going to be in good enough spots to overturn what they saw on the field? And so it's not just as simple as the eye test or because you guys' views are sometimes a lot better than the views we have. And so that's what you're weighing in on is like, okay, are they going to see something on this camera that makes them overturn what they ruled on the field?
And it's a little bit interesting too, because last week or a couple home games ago, we had that one Padello catch where they couldn't officially conform or deny it with the video. So it is interesting how those things play out sometimes. And as you just saw on the screen, Draper Parker with that touchdown a second ago, that challenge worked out. That led to that touchdown there, a 42-yard reception. Then the goal-to-go scenario, Martin finding Parker in the end zone for 6. From there, though, Kearney would find the end zone for the first time all game in the fourth quarter, but then Southern marched down the field with a response 4 minutes later here as Martin finds Nathan Glades juking his way through a few defenders before making a move to the end zone. And this one made it 24-6, which essentially put things out of reach for Kearney at the time. We're going to go ahead and pull up the final score graphic. As we mentioned, the Lopers did put together a little bit of a late game surge with a safety and a touchdown in the fourth. But alas, the Lions held on to walk away with the 24-16 win in front of the home crowd. Missouri Southern now moves to 3-4 overall with another home game coming up next week against Missouri Western. We'll get to that matchup against the Griffins later in the show. But Coach, my last question for now. You've got 4 games remaining in the regular season, 2 of them against opponents currently sitting below Southern in the MIAA standings. What's the message to your group coming off of a big win, heading into kind of this final stretch of the season, if you will?
Yeah, you know, we probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago, we just talked about it's us versus us. I've said it on this show, I've said it on other shows, that I feel like if we play like we're capable, we can play with anybody in the country. And when we don't play well, we still have a shot to win, but it's going to be a dogfight and it's going to be an uphill battle. And so we got to do a great job just focusing on the process of how do we have the best Monday possible? How do we have the best Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then all the way through Friday? So then, yes, on Saturday we can have a good showing, and if we, like I said, if we play well, we'll be just fine.
Absolutely, and I feel like Saturday kind of proved that. This Kearney team has had a few big wins of their own in the MIAA this season, so Southern has been competing. 3 of those losses, only 1 possession losses, right there in all those conference games. Looking forward to what's next after the big win over Kearney. We're going to head to a quick break right now, but when we come back, I'll be joined by freshman quarterback Tillman Martin for a closer look at the offense's performance. Stay tuned.